Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to bring you this video where I'm going to talk about the 3 drones that I own that I use to take videos with. I'm also going to then dive into some of the equipment that I use to carry my drones around. So backpacks, chargers, batteries, all that kind of stuff. So let's go and get started with it. Alright, so the first drone that I want to talk about is my Mini 4 Pro. His nickname is Skybae, S-K-Y-B-A-E. I thought it was kind of a fun name, and you'll see others kind of follow a similar pattern. So, just a standard Mini 4 Pro. I got my registration sticker on the front right arm. He's good for those kind of cinematic shots where you want to get a higher quality photo. Not super fast, nothing super crazy looking, but takes a nice, good photo. I do have ND filters for him as well. The next drone I want to talk about is my little DJI Neo. Nickname is Skybyte, S-K-Y-B-Y-T-E. Really, this is just kind of a toy drone for me. I do have the FPV controller for him and the goggles so I can practice FPV. He does okay with the follow mode and takes the selfies, but the camera quality is not the best. But overall, it's a nice, good practice drone. You know, it has the prop guards and the bumpers on it, or not bumpers, but sort of like bumpers, it protects against some impacts. What's nice is because it's under 250 grams, it's not required to be registered if you're operating under a trust certificate. Because I have a Part 107, I have to put a remote ID module on him and register it that way. But because of the weight and the prop guards, technically he is a Category 1 compliant drone, meaning you could fly him over people if you wanted to. All right, and the last drone that I want to talk about on this video is my DJI Avata 2. Nickname is Skybelle, S-K-Y-B-E-L-L-E. Kind of sticking with the sky theme for all 3 of these. She is designed just to be a pure FPV drone, not full FPV. I do have a custom-built FPV drone, much more powerful. This is more of a cinematic FPV drone, you could say, or a Cinewhoop almost. So it does have the guards against impacts, but doesn't have full prop covers. It does weigh too much to make it Category 1, so you technically can't fly this over people. But, got my registration stickers on it. You can probably see I've got some grass stains on the inside of the props. She's been beaten pretty hard. I've crashed her into the grass multiple times, hit a couple trees, no problem so far. Some of the most fun I have flying is with Skybelle. So, the first piece of gear that I want to talk to you guys about is the carrying case for my Mini 4 Pro, or the carrying cases that I have for Skybae. I have 3 technically, really only 2 that I ever use, and really just 1 that I stick with. The first one I have is this hard-sided case. It's just got on Amazon. It's a Lycus case, kind of a knockoff of a Pelican case, but it comes pre-cut for the Mini 4 Pro, which is nice. So it has the carrying case, or has the spots rather for the drone, the controller, your batteries. You have a couple of extra spots and put the screwdriver. You can put extra batteries. You can put like a charging brick and an extra charger. I also keep extra propellers and a strobe light, if I ever want to attach a strobe light for night flying, under the drone or under the controller. The one that I use most often is actually this backpack. And it has sort of a, not quite as hard as a hard-sided case, but it does have a semi-durable outer shell. I like it a bit more because when I'm walking somewhere or going on a bit more of a hike, it's much easier to carry a backpack around than it is to carry a carrying case in your hands the whole time. What I like about the backpack, it has the same cutouts as the hard-sided case. So of course I have my controller, ND filters, extra propellers, charging brick, the 3 batteries in the battery charger, 3 extra batteries. Hold the drone, and then like before, under the controller, you are able to store, in this case I have extra propellers, the screwdriver, propellers, strobe light. One thing I did have to do is I had to make a little cutout for the hooks for your lanyard. But one thing that I really like about this case is it has a pouch. Can't hold much, but typically if I'm taking just this, I'll put my radio in there. And then any documents, so maybe my 107 certificate, my trust license, all that kind of stuff. So now I want to talk about how I transport my Avata 2 and my Neo around. I actually use the carrying cases that come with the Avata 2 for the Avata. I actually use the case that comes with the Mini 4 Pro for the Neo. I'll show you why in just a minute. So you're thinking, great, now you have one case, two case, and the backpack for the Mini 4. You're walking around carrying three things. What are you doing? Not quite. Let me show you what I do with these. I bought this backpack. It's from 511. I'll leave a link down below in the description. It's the 511 Covert 45 liter. I don't quite know, but I saw it was the perfect size for what I needed to do. So in the main pocket, you open it up, and you can fit both the Avata case and the Neo case, and one extra thing which I'll save for the end. Then you have two more pockets. You have kind of the bigger pocket, which I believe is to be used as a laptop pouch. You could probably fit a smaller size laptop in here pretty comfortably. You could probably fit MacBook in here for traveling. You have a zipper pouch, which you can use to store snacks, to be honest. I keep snacks in there. Then I also keep bottles of water, Powerade, Gatorade, that kind of stuff in this bigger pocket. And then the third pocket is where I keep some of the more important stuff, such as any registration paperwork you might need to carry with you. I keep an extra charger with me in case you need to charge the drone's batteries on the go. And finally, I keep a airband radio scanner. You're probably asking, well, what do you need a radio for? I usually operate in Class Delta airspace. It's not necessarily required to listen to the CTAF traffic, but I always do just to make sure I'm not going to accidentally collide with somebody. You never know, just another safety layer. I clip that into one of these MOLLE webbing pouches, and then it just doesn't slide around, or honestly, you can just kind of shove it in there. If you want to be extra safe, you would take the antenna off, but I think it's fine. Okay, so you're asking yourself, what's that thing he talked about at the very end, or the very beginning, that he puts in the very bottom of this backpack? Let me show you. I have this Anker 512 portable battery station. It's not a huge battery, but it's enough to charge the drones up pretty well. So what I really like to do is when I'm flying, once I come back on the first battery, I'll immediately plug that battery into the charger and start charging it up. It's kind of big, it's a little heavy, but it fits in the backpack perfectly with the other two cases. So what you can do, you can take out the insert that comes with the 512 backpack. You can just set that to the side. You can throw this guy on the bottom. Then you can fit your Avata 2 on top. And then finally, the Mini 4 case for the Neo. Those all fit in here. It looks like it doesn't fit, but I promise it does. Throw it on top. And there you go. Like I said, it is big, but on your back, it's not a big deal. So like I was saying, it's kind of a big backpack, but honestly, once you're wearing it, it's totally fine. It does have the optional things you can buy from the 511 store that go on the side pockets. Then you have the waistband if you want to have a bit more support. But it's really not that heavy with just the two drones and the battery packs. So that's what I have. All right, guys, that concludes the video. Thanks for watching. I hope some of you newer drone pilots find this helpful. I'll leave a link to everything down below. If you like the video, leave a comment, give it a like, maybe even subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.